It's the flipping it over for me. You can't do this with regular box braids on the first day. Welcome to therapy. Hey guys, my name is Rosa and welcome to therapy. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do some knotless braids. This will be my first time, so I'm excited. I feel like I can do it. I'm excited. I know it's gonna be a long process, but I'm excited mostly. So yeah, let me show you guys what I am using for this style. First off, we have a new addition. I don't know what I'm gonna call her. I might call her Linda. I don't know. This is a stand for sewing. You put the thread on these. In this case, we're going to be using it to hold the hair. I got this off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. And then I want them to be pretty long. I am 5'11", so I have 48 expression, pre-stretched hair in the length 48 and the color 2. So I have 4 in that color. I don't know, for me when it comes to braids now, I like having the curl on the end. So I picked up a pack of deep wave in the color 2 to add into the ends of my hair. I am on vacation, so we're gonna get this head taken care of. I really have not been doing protective styles like I used to. Like a couple years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I always had a protective style in. And I think that's why I never really had that problem of single strand knots or fairy knots. But when I blew my hair out for this style, oh my goodness, wow, it was crazy. And I really think putting this protective style in, I'm aiming for about a month. That I keep it in. It's really gonna help, and I really want to get in the practice of doing protective styles like I used to. So hence the purchase of Linda. I really think it's gonna make it a lot more of a faster process. So let's jump into it. Oh no, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's some other tools that we need. A good old rat tail comb. I like to use glue to seal the ends of my braids. Of course, we need that good old styling jam so that our parts and our braids can look nice and neat. And then I have my fave edge control. So when we get up front, we gonna slick those edges down. It's gonna be a look. It's gonna be a look. I know it is. I just have to push through, focus, and just get it done. All right, so first off, I'm going to put the hair on this thing. So the smaller that you make your pieces, the more cohesive the braid is going to look. I'm going for, like with my hair, whenever I braid it, no matter the section, the braid looks small AF. So I'm really going to be using some small pieces that I feed into the knotless braid. So that's about the size that I'm going for here. Yeah, so having this thing really helped me a lot. It helped the process go a lot faster. Instead of having to stop and separate the 2 pieces of hair for that braid, I could just pick it up and keep on going. It took me about 15 minutes to fill it up. And then I think I only had to fill it up about 2 to 3 times before I was done with my head. So, you know, it's not that much of a hassle. Here I am showing you guys my parting. It's important because these are knotless braids, so you're really gonna be able to see the parts because the braids aren't as thick. So I really want to make sure that my parts are as straight as they can be. Also, I will have a little tips and tricks video for how I part my own hair. Someone else had requested this video, so definitely comment down below any struggles or any advice that you want to hear from me as far as how I part my own hair. But yeah, now we're going to get into the actual parting of the first braid. So I'm going to be parting my hair in a brick layer pattern. So each row and each braid is not going to be exactly on top of the one below it. I'm going to lay a braid, or I'm going to part a braid right in the middle of where this part is for the next row, and you'll kind of see that as we go along. But here I am adding the Style and Jam to the perimeter of this section that we're about to braid, just to smooth down any flyaways and ensure that the braid looks nice and neat. So now I'm going to start the braid. So for me, my head, I'm counting. I count it to 4. So this is the first cross. This is the second cross. This is the third cross. And then at the fourth cross is when I'm going to grab the hair. I'm going to loop it onto that, what is that, my index finger? Yeah, I'm going to loop it onto my index and middle finger right there, so that one piece of the hair goes with that strand and another piece goes with another. And then I'm going to braid 1, 2, 3, and then 4 again, and I'm going to feed in one more piece of hair. And so for me, I only fed in 2 pieces, and then I continued on with the braid. And you want to make sure that, you don't want to braid it so tight that you give yourself a headache, but you want it to be tight so that you can't really tell where you added the hair in. If you braid it too loosely, you really will be able to tell the difference between my hair and the braiding hair. So you want the braid to look really, tight and secure, and not like a loose braid. So I'm going to show you guys these steps at least 2 more times. One of them will be with that platinum blonde hair that you saw on Linda. I ended up taking that hair out once I got further up. I wasn't liking the way it looked, but in hindsight, it really does let you really see a good, it gives you a good view of how I'm feeding in the hair. So I decided to include it in the tutorial. All right, so this is the one with the platinum hair. So I already braided it 4 times, and now I'm gonna loop. All you have to do is loop that hair, one end on one side of those fingers and one end on the other, and then keep braiding. It's easy once you understand the concept. Like seeing someone else do it, I can see how it can be confusing, but if you really follow these instructions, I think anyone will be able to grasp this technique if you already know how to braid. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys one last angle, and then we're gonna move on to how I added the curly hair on the end. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I add the hair in. You see the little loop that I kind of created, and you just latch that on to those fingers that are anchoring or that are holding that braid, and then keep braiding. So one more time, I'm just gonna loop that hair in there and keep braiding. And it really gives you a nice, seamless, knotless braid. All right, so with the ends, you want to feed in the hair right on top of where two strands cross. So it can be any two strands, but it just makes it easier to plant that hair right on top of that, and then continue braiding, because the next step is to bring that third strand over, and that kind of locks the hair into place. And then yeah, I only fed in one little piece of the curly hair. I didn't want it to be too thick, and I only needed one packet for the whole head. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to braid this down, and when I get to where the straight hair ends is when I'm going to seal it with the glue. And then cut off the remaining straight hair so that the curly hair is the only hair coming out of the end. Show y'all how long these bad boys are. But yeah, I was so pressed to be done with doing my hair and to finally have a protective style in after so long. I completely forgot to film an outro, so I was just too pumped. I was excited, like I said in the beginning, I was so excited. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave me a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. If you are feeling confident and wanting to try these out on yourself, let me know down below. Also, let me know down below if there are any other protective styles you'd like me to try, or you'd like me to try to break down and explain for you guys. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.